Advice and information from the experts. This is Ask the Expert. Here's Rob Carney.
Aaron Ruston at Purpose Financial has been bringing understanding and financial success to clients for over 40 years now, and he's on Ask the Expert today to talk about changes coming up in 2024, from taxes to CPP and a whole lot more, sir.
If there's one thing that's constant, it's change, particularly in Canada. And 2024 is no different. And these are just some of the ones, Rob, that they've already said are coming or have already been implemented. And undoubtedly there will be more as the year progresses. Things like eliminating short-term rental deductions. There has been a huge problem in cities like Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver, where people are renting their houses out, VRBO type stuff. And what the government is feeling, hey, it's taking these homes off of the marketplace, and there's a homeless situation or there's a shortage in homes. So what they're looking at doing and implementing as of January 1st is actually removing some of the tax deductions that you get for upkeep on some of these rentals, short-term rentals, okay? They're encouraging long-term rentals. It's just the short-term ones that they're saying, hey, we're going to start removing those deductions. So it'll be straight taxable revenue with none of the deductions. Other things is they're increasing the tax brackets. Canada has a marginal tax system, whereas you get to certain levels, the amount of tax you pay on the amounts above that increase. They're actually expanding that a little bit to give us a little bit more room between different tax brackets. So that is good for people. Things like the alternative minimum tax. The government implemented quite some time ago, actually in 1986, was if you sold a large item and you had some taxable advantage, maybe as far as a capital gain or whatever, and you weren't going to pay tax, the government came along and said, we don't think so. We're going to make you pay a minimum tax on this. So those are calculations that they're going to do. They're actually increasing the amount that we're going to have to pay, which could be a real slam to people that, say, for instance, have rental properties or secondary properties. They sell them. They have this massive tax payable, and they have no way to offset it, because normally you can offset it over the next 7 years. So things like that will mean a huge disadvantage. And then CPP, Rob, they're increasing the amount that employers and employees are going to have to contribute to CPP. And then, of course, RSPs and tax-free savings accounts are changing too, Rob.
How so?
Well, you know what? Over the years, TFSAs, or tax-free savings accounts, they were actually set up in 2009. Anyone that was 18 and above could start putting it away. The limit as of last year, you could put away $88,000 into a tax-free savings account. The limit last year that we could put in was $6,500. This year they've increased that to $7,000. So that's a good kicker type of thing where all your growth is non-tax. You pull it out non-tax at the other end as well. And it doesn't impact your old age security or CPP. RSP limits are up as well. First home savings accounts. If you've not owned a home over the last 4 years plus this year, you can put up to $8,000 per year. Get a tax deduction for it on top of your RSP. All the money grows tax-free like a tax-free savings account. You pull it out tax-free at the other end. So lots of changes coming, Mr. Carney. Even the Bear Trust. Many people don't even realize that they're involved in a certain type of tax trust purely because they've tried to help out their children. For instance, they've put their names on a mortgage. They've co-signed a mortgage. They have two names on a house to facilitate passing of this asset or whatever, to bypass probate and everything. That is essentially called a Bear Trust in Canada. And what is going to happen starting this year, if you've co-signed a mortgage, or if you have your name jointly held with someone that is not a spouse, you have to file that you have that on a T3 tax form with Canada Revenue Agency. You won't pay any tax on it, but they need to know that your name is on that, because you have no other gain to make in that house other than purely just your name on it. So essentially it is a trust. So things like that could really create tax issues in the future. And it's another reason that people need really a solid plan in their financial world.
Questions, concerns? Aaron Ruston will take your call.
I sure will. Check us out at purposefinancial.com. Our office is at 81A Athabasca Street West. Give us a call at the office, or give me a call directly on the cell.
This has been Ask the Expert, your source for expert advice and information.